show you how the infoForms app works, we're using an Android emulator on my PC desktop. So this is really exactly what you'd see on a mobile phone or a tablet. And first of all, I'm going to open the application. And we need to log in. So to use infoForms you need a valid logon, and it's actually licensed on the number of people that can log on and use the system. So once we get in, we can see that we've got our forms here, and we can also see an inbox for any information or forms that have been sent to us, any that are in progress. We can see the ones we've previously submitted. You can also see we've got some icons next to the forms, and they're really to just give us a quick visual representation of the form. And in this case we're going to look at the service repair form. So if we start a new form, and we can pick a date, so obviously we're going to pick today's date here, and we're going to choose a customer. Now we're using a lookup list, so this is a list of customers that we've previously loaded to the infoForms portal, and you can also see we've brought in the customer code and the postcode along with that. And you can also see as well we've got the service level and the first name and the last name of the person there. You'll also see we've got a location, so if we clicked on that now we can set a GPS location if the device has the ability to locate its position. In this case we're repairing a scanner. So we're a service engineer repairing scanners. So we'll choose the scanner. So we'll choose this one here. And to identify the scanner in this case, we can type in a serial number. Or if there's a barcode, we can scan it. So our application will actually read a barcode value and automatically submit that. So if we hit yes, it then says please read the barcode. So if we click on the barcode here, we can then hopefully read that barcode. It normally works a bit quicker on the actual mobile device. I'm using a screen cam and the camera isn't quite as good. And if we put a description of the fault, so let's say power supply is faulty, and we can get a picture of the fault. And we can also record speech. So we need to order a new power supply as this one is faulty. And this will be available as a media file at the back end of the process. And in this case we're going to say how long we spent on the repair. So let's say we spent an hour on the repair. New power supply, and put the cost in for the power supply, and it's performing a calculation on the fly with the total cost of the repair. We've also got a question here saying is there any follow-up action required. So if we say yes, it then prompts us in red, so this is going to be highlighted when the data comes back. we need to get the sales team to quote for a spare power supply. And then we can get the customer to sign and rate our performance. So 2 means very good, and we can get them to sign here. So basically now we've completed the form, and the last thing we do is we need to actually submit that form. Now if we were working offline, obviously when we submit it, it wouldn't go directly back to the infoForms portal, but once we get an internet connection or a mobile phone signal, then it would do. Okay, so now we're going to actually submit the form. And it's uploaded the form and the data. And now we'll take a look, and we'll see what's actually been created from the upload. So in this case we've set our infoForms application up to output the return data as an email, and you can see I've got an email here in my inbox. And in this case we've asked for it to include a number of files as a zip file. There's a number of formats that we can set up, but if you have a look at this, we can see we've got a PDF document here with really all of the returned information in, so we can see the date and the customer information, and we can see the scanner type and the serial number that we supplied, and then a picture of the faulty power supply. We can see the verbal comments here, so that's a link in the PDF to the comments. We can see the fix information and how much it would cost, and you can see as well the further action that we filled in, asking the sales team to get a quote for a new power supply, and lastly the rating of our performance and the signature and timestamp. We've also collected an XML file, so this is obviously a tagged data file containing all of the elements that we've collected. So again, that can be fed into a back-end system. In a similar vein, we have it as a CSV file, so again all this information is available as a CSV file. And we also have another folder here containing all of the media. So we've got the signature file here, we've got the photograph, and lastly we've got the voice file.
We need to order a new power supply as this one is faulty.
So all of this information has been collected on the fly. Now it's available to go into one of our back-end processes or workflows. Okay, so we're now logged into the infoForms portal. So this is effectively a website that you would log on to gain access to, and this is normally something that you would use as the administrator of the system, or possibly teams of users in particular departments would use it in a business to review the documents coming back. And as you can see here, we've got a dashboard on the front page with the recent activity, and you can see here we've had 35 service repair reports come back, and we've got 5 engineer call-out forms coming back here. If we look at recent submissions, we can look at the one we've just created, and you can see again all the information. Also some neat features, we can convert that document into a Word document. It can be really useful if we want to edit that at a later date, as Word's probably easier to edit than a PDF. So again, you can see we've got all of the information again in an editable format. We can actually edit the submission as well. So let's say we've made a mistake on that and we want to make a small change. So let's say that there was a pricing problem on there and the parts were actually £97. We can change that and we can hit submit. We also have the ability to query and export data, and we can choose our report we're working with, and we can run more advanced queries. So in this case we will have a look at the date, and we're just going to look for forms that have been submitted after the 25th of October, so we can run that filter. And you can see obviously there's a limited subsection of the 35 forms that have been submitted. Obviously you can run lots of filters depending on what your requirements are. And once you've done that, you can then export that data in a number of standard formats. So it's a useful tool for perhaps a manager wanting to look at submissions, or to get that data and feed it into another process. Obviously part of what we do at Document Genetics is integrate this technology into back-end processes. So very, very quickly, rather than you having to run a report, we can automatically submit that data in the background into perhaps a CRM system or perhaps an ERP system. And then obviously you don't have to physically go in and extract that data. It's happening automatically in the background. Now this same dashboard is used as well to develop forms, and what we're going to do in the next video is to show you how quickly you can develop and deploy forms. We hope this overview has been useful to you. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us, or if you'd like a free web demo or even a trial of our system, we'll be happy to help. Thank you.